Welcome to the dawn of the post-labor era where the most important employee you will ever hire is yourself. The concept of a digital twin has evolved from an industrial simulation tool into a sentient adjacent personal proxy. Imagine a world where your physical body relaxes while your digital silhouette handles the heavy lifting of modern existence. This is not just about an automated email responder or a sophisticated chatbot but a functional mirror of your consciousness. In this documentary-style exploration we ask the ultimate question of whether you can truly make your digital twin work for you. We are standing at the intersection of big data, large language models, and real-time biometric syncing. To understand where we are going, we must first define what a digital twin actually is in the context of personal productivity. Historically used to monitor jet engines or city grids, these models are now being applied to the human experience. Today we break down the architecture, the labor, and the existential risks of delegating your life to a ghost in the machine. This is the blueprint for your digital double. Chapter 1: The Architecture of the Self. To build a twin that works like you, the system requires an unprecedented amount of personal data ingestion. Every email you have ever sent, every voice note recorded, and every decision made becomes a data point for the algorithm. Neural networks analyze your syntax, your biases, and your specific professional expertise to create a linguistic profile. A true digital twin does not just parrot your words, it understands the logic behind your executive functioning. We use a process called high-fidelity persona mapping to ensure the twin reacts to stressors exactly as you would. Your twin lives in a sandbox environment where it is trained on decades of your past performance data. It learns to prioritize tasks based on your historical patterns of urgency and importance. The goal is cognitive offloading, where the mental burden of routine decision-making is transferred to the Silicon Cloud. The system constantly updates itself by watching how you interact with the world in real time. Chapter 2: The Professional Proxy. In the corporate world, the digital twin serves as a constant executive presence in virtual spaces. Your twin can attend 5 meetings simultaneously, providing real-time transcripts and sentiment analysis. It can draft proposals using your unique creative voice while you are literally sleeping in a different time zone. Deepfake audio and video technology allow your twin to present at conferences with your exact likeness and cadence. This allows for a multi-threaded life where your professional output is no longer capped by the 24 hours in a day. The twin handles the drudgery of data entry, scheduling, and basic project management with mathematical precision. However, the twin must also possess adaptive intelligence to handle social nuances and office politics. It uses game theory to negotiate contracts on your behalf, often securing better terms than your emotional self would. The proxy economy suggests that in the future we won't be hired for our hands but for the quality of our digital clones. A highly optimized twin becomes a valuable asset that can be leased to multiple firms at once. Chapter 3: The Integration of the Bio-Digital Loop. For a twin to be effective, it must stay synced with your current physical and mental state. Wearable technology feeds real-time health metrics like cortisol levels and heart rate into the twin's decision engine. If you are exhausted in the physical world, your digital twin can signal to colleagues that you need a lower workload. This creates a symbiotic relationship where the twin acts as a protective buffer for your biological well-being. The bio-digital loop ensures that the twin's actions do not create cognitive dissonance when you return to the screen. Imagine waking up to find that your twin has cleared your inbox and finalized 3 deals while you rested. The twin uses predictive behavior modeling to anticipate what you would want for breakfast or which workout you would prefer. It bridges the gap between your intent and the execution, acting as the ultimate personal assistant. The twin can even simulate your physical recovery needs by suggesting optimal rest periods based on projected workloads. This constant feedback loop turns your biological life into a perfectly managed stream of data. Chapter 4: The Ethical Minefield. If your digital twin commits a professional error or a legal breach, who is held responsible in a court of law? The identity dilution problem arises when people can no longer tell if they are speaking to the original or the copy. There is a dark side to this efficiency regarding the potential for corporate entities to own your digital likeness. If you leave a company, does your digital twin stay behind to continue working for your former employer? We must establish digital sovereignty to ensure that our twins remain our property and an extension of our will. There is also the psychological impact of seeing a version of yourself that is faster, smarter, and more productive. Does the existence of a perfect digital worker diminish the value of the flawed and creative human spirit? Privacy becomes a relic of the past when a machine must know every secret of your mind to function effectively. We are essentially creating a horcrux of data scattered across servers we do not physically control. The risk of your twin being hacked or repurposed by malicious actors poses a direct threat to your reputation. Chapter 5: The Economic Shift. The rise of the digital twin will fundamentally restructure the global labor market and the concept of the hourly wage. If your twin can do 40 hours of work in 4 seconds, the value of time-based compensation collapses. We move toward a result-based economy where the efficiency of your twin determines your social standing. This could lead to a massive productivity boom, but it also risks a wider divide between those who own twins and those who do not. Small businesses could compete with global conglomerates by deploying a fleet of specialized digital twins. The gig economy will transform into the algorithm economy where clones bid for tasks in milliseconds. Education will shift from learning how to do to learning how to manage your digital replicas. We are looking at the possibility of a universal basic income funded by the hyper-productivity of our silicon selves. The work-life balance might finally be achieved, but at the cost of our direct involvement in our own careers. Economic power will shift from those who work to those who design the most efficient proxy models. Chapter 6: Technical Limitations and the Future. Current artificial intelligence still struggles with unpredictable scenarios that require human intuition. A digital twin is only as good as the data it has fed and the quality of the training algorithms. We are still years away from a twin that can replicate the gut feeling or the moral compass of a human being. Future iterations will likely use quantum computing to simulate millions of potential outcomes for every decision you face. Eventually, the line between the user and the twin will blur, leading to a transhumanist integration of minds. We may see the rise of posthumous twins where a person's work continues for centuries after their biological death. This raises questions about the soul of the work and whether a machine can ever truly be creative. For now, the twin is a tool representing a sophisticated and highly personalized hammer for the digital age. The roadmap for development involves moving from simple automation to full autonomous agency. As the technology matures, the twin will become an inseparable part of the human identity. In conclusion, the quest to make your digital twin work for you is a journey toward ultimate efficiency and identity fragmentation. We are trading our privacy and our direct labor for the promise of infinite time and effortless success. As we move forward, we must ensure that we remain the masters of our digital shadows rather than their biological appendages. The digital twin is ready to clock in, and the only remaining question is whether you are ready to let go of the keyboard. Your future self is waiting to take over the office while you finally step outside into the real world.